What's up everybody? Tiffany Outdoors here. Today we're going to feed some isopods. Stay tuned. There's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the farmer.
On a U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Boo. What?
You get her. So on my isopod adventure here that I'm starting a new hobby, I'm trying to figure out what these guys like best. So I've been keeping track of it. So I ordered some stuff called morning wood. Yes, that's what it's really called. Here's the bottle. It's made by a company called Rapashi, and they make a lot of animal and insect feeds. And I have the bug burger, which mine kind of just nibbled at it. So I wanted to try this morning wood to see how that goes over with them. So let's pull them out and take a see what they ate last, and if they finished all of the kale that I gave them, and then we're going to give them this morning wood. So let's get started. First up are my Alidium maculatum, the zebra. They finished all the kale that I had in here, which is good. Very good. Got a nice springtail population in here. That's something I also check too, is the springtail population. Make sure they're going pretty good. If I start to see their numbers dwindle down, then I'll add more. Oh, there's a couple isopods right there. These are such, oh, there's 4 of them on this one leaf. These are such interesting looking isopods. The zebra stripes, love it. And they seem to be hanging out more so on the drier side of things. Let's see if anybody's underneath this corner here. I put some leaves over here in this corner. And see a couple over here. A couple. Okay. They ate all the kale, yes. And I'm going to be putting some of this morning wood in there. Got this wet side and the dry side. I still haven't seen any babies yet, which, I mean, I don't know. I kind of expected to see babies by now. None yet, but hopefully, hopefully one day. I just see all adults. All right, let's close this up and move on. I forgot to also mention, some people feed theirs bee pollen, so I went and got some. I'm going to put a couple sprinkles in there of bee pollen. There we go. All right, now closing this up, moving on. Next up are my Alidium vulgare, which is your average variety isopod that you see. It looks like they're breaking off little pieces of the cuttle bone here. Oh, there you go. There's one right there. Got a loss for words here. There's not as many in here as I had hoped. Actually seems like less. Maybe it's too wet. I don't know. I'm not going to wet this bin down since it seems that some of them are dying. Or at least one of them was dead. Not good. Alright, moving on. Oh, I guess I gotta feed them. Are they dying of starvation? I have magnolia leaves in here. They ate the kale. They ate all the kale. Alright, so morning wood and bee pollen. Next up, Porcellian dairy cows. These guys get huge, huge, huge. Super big. Let's see, it looks like they ate all of their kale. Yes. Oh, there's that big one right there. Boy, it's a monster. It's a monster. There's some right there. Cool. And I still haven't seen any babies in these guys either. They ate all their kale. This is good. And the springtail population seems to be pretty good. This bin's a little drier than what I would want it to be, so give these guys a quick spritz. Oh, I see a baby. There are babies in here, y'all. Right there. There's one right there. There's a baby. And there's one that just went underneath that leaf there. Yes! Success! Oh, I'm so excited. You guys have been so good. There's some morning wood for you. And some bee pollen. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm so excited. So, we got babies. Yes! Alright. Moving on. Next up, Porcellian scaber. Let's see what these guys are up to. I still got a little piece of that kale left in there. Take that out. And see where they at. Oh, there's one. There's a couple more. Still don't see any babies. Seeing a lot of springtails in here, which is good. Like a lot of springtails in here. Let's see. These guys seem to be hanging out on the drier side of things. I like to do half and half. They can regulate where they want to go. Let me uncover this a little bit so I can place their food in the middle there. Some morning wood right beside the leftover cricket leg. And some bee pollen. Alright. And the springtails can eat off of that too. Alright. Let me give this dry side a quick spritz. Alright. These guys look good. Moving on. And last up is the Porcellionitis pruinosis powder orange. And these are my most entertaining to watch. And these guys have had babies in here and everything. I mean, this bin is just like crawling with tons and tons of activity. I see babies. I see tiny, tiny babies too. Oh my goodness. These guys have been, as people say, most prolific. I'm just going to zoom in right there. You can see all that activity, all different sizes and age groups in there. These are the most interesting ones that I like to watch. What is this? Oh, there's babies. Oh gosh, there's babies. Tons of them right there. All right. Oh, yeah. I don't know what this is. That looks like a bunch of mold and stuff right there, but I'm okay. The babies seem to like it. I'm going to leave them to it. Oh yes, these guys are doing very well. Out of all of my cultures, this one is doing the best. It could be because I started off with so many of them. I started off with 30 of them, so this bin had a better chance of doing very well so quickly. Alright, so let's go ahead and water these guys real quick. Give them a quick light spritz. I don't want to spray too heavily because I don't want to spray too much in here because I don't want to drown the babies. Quick spritz. There we go. Since there's so many, I'm going to give them a big knob of the morning wood and a large sprinkle of the bee pollen. There we go. There's nothing in this bin yet.